I'm coming up on my 37th wedding anniversary. Same woman. That's right. I met her at a comedy club. She was a waitress at a comedy club in the back of the room. I couldn't see her, but I heard this beautiful laugh. I fell in love with her laugh before I even saw her. She was a smoker 37 years ago, so I don't care what anybody says. Smokers have the best laughs. All that gasping, gagging, wheezing is music to a comic's ears. So I'm on stage and I heard this beautiful sound coming from the back of the room. Couldn't wait to meet her. So I get off stage and run the back of the room. She's not there. I said, is she dead? Where'd she go? Came out, leather skirt, white blouse, permed, 1985, permed hair. Bumped into her, 2 dove flew out. I knew this was the one. That's it. That's right. And we spent a week together. She was a single mom, had a 2-year-old son. And if there were dating apps back in 1985, because my profile, if I was honest, would have read, alcoholic drug addict with rage issues, looking for single female to overlook aforementioned character flaws. So, shockingly, we hit it off. I was living in LA, she was in Ohio. January, I flew her and her son out and spent a week. I played dad, took the boy to Disney World, went to the beach. April, I'm flying out on a red eye, and about 3 hours into the flight, about 3 in the morning. Not a good time to make decisions, but I was awake. I decided I'm going to ask her to marry me. And anyway, that was it. I had no ring, no plan, never even had the thought before. Just figured, okay, it was an impulse. And if there's a single man listening to me here, not a good idea. That's all I'm saying. If you want to do something impulsive, buy a pair of shoes. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, we get to the airport at Cleveland Airport. I'm standing by baggage claim, waiting for the luggage, and I say to her, Tammy, I love you. I love Aaron. Do you want to get married? And Tammy goes, pardon me? I said, do you want to get married? You and I, as if she didn't know who I was talking about. And she thought about it, and she said, yeah, I guess, if that's what you want. That's how excited she was at the prospect of spending the rest of her life with me. It was no different if I said, hey, you want to go to McDonald's for breakfast? Yeah, if that's what you want. And that was it. We got married. We decided to get married. I gave her a hug and a kiss, and we got the luggage and left. And I can tell you, she had no idea the baggage she picked up that day. So anyway, we have grown boys. Tammy raised them. She really did. I was out of town all the time. My wife basically took infant boys. We have 2 of them. She infant boys through adolescence into adulthood. My sons are good husbands, they're good fathers, and they're good citizens, and that's on her. She did an amazing job. She really did. But that was her. About a year into our marriage, I got home from the road one day, and she says, get over here, I need to talk to you. And I sit down, and she says, now, don't get angry. When nobody knows you better than your wife. So when she prefaces the conversation with don't get angry, she knows you're going to get angry. I mean, and you lie to your wife, okay, I won't, because you want to hear what she has to say. So you're already sitting at 50. You're simmering right here. So anyway, she says, when you come home from the road, you disrupt everything in this house. You just like a bull in a china shop. We have a way of doing things. We have a rhythm to our life here. You come in, you disrupt the entire rhythm. So from here on out, when you come home from the road, don't do anything. Nothing. I mean, what do you mean? Nothing. Do the outside, do the lawn, do the landscape, but nothing in the house. You okay? I go, yeah. Anyway, she leaves. And I'm sitting there thinking, why did she think I'd get angry at that? What did she think I was going to say? No, I'm doing the laundry. So for all these years, I never really did anything. And now all of a sudden, they leave. Empty nest. She's devastated. I thought that was the whole point. Raise your kids and get them out as soon as possible. I was brainwashed to leave my home at 18. Every time I complained at all as a child, my parents said the exact same thing every time. These mashed potatoes are cold. When you're 18 and you have your own place, you can have all the hot mashed potatoes you want, Jeffrey. I just assumed 18 you left. They got me a suitcase for my 18th birthday. I said, where am I going to go? I don't have any place to live. I don't have a job. You'll figure it out. We love you, son. Who knew you could live at home till you're 50 and become a U.S. senator? So I had to go on Google and read blogs written by women who wrote about empty nest. And anyway, it's a real thing, you know. And women nurture for that long, and then they leave, and now they have a hole in their soul, and they're looking for something, a new nurturing project. And the only one standing there is their husband. I don't want to be a project. I don't want to be anything. And it started with something simple. I got up one day at 7 in the morning. She's been up since 5. And I walk into the kitchen. You know, you're rubbing stuff out of your eyes. And she looks at me and says, "What do you want for dinner?" It's 7 a.m. I don't know what I want. I don't know. Dinner? I don't know. Hot mashed potatoes? That would be nice. It got so bad within 3 days, I couldn't get out of my bed. I was paralyzed in the morning until I had an answer to that stupid dinner question. She's going to ask. I don't know what I want. And what killed me, no matter what we decided at 7 a.m., we never had at 6 p.m., ever. I thought we were having spaghetti. I don't want spaghetti. You wanted it at 7 a.m.? I tell you that to tell you this. Her mother passes away, and that first Christmas, she says to me, "My father's going to come and stay with us for a couple of weeks over Christmas." I said, "Absolutely. He needs to be around family this time of year." So anyway, a week and a half into my father-in-law's visit, I hear him on the telephone say, "I like it here. I think I'll move in." I didn't know you could do that. And he moved in. We're nice people, you know, okay. And I was angry. I really was upset about it. And then he got up at 6:30 one morning, and I heard Tammy say, "What do you want for dinner, Dad?" I think she's got a new project, and it's not me. She took over her father's life. He was 78 years old. All he wanted to do was watch Gunsmoke and eat ice cream. That's it. And 4 days into living his dream, she says, "Get in the car. You're not sitting in that chair the rest of your life." She takes him down to the YMCA. She signed him up for the Silver Sneakers Senior Exercise Program. She took him down there every day like it was an 8-year-old boy. She signed him in, she signed him out. She made the poor man eat vegetables. He ain't had a vegetable in a half a century. I'm watching him eat broccoli one night. He was chewing it like it was gravel. He's like, "Ah!" "What's going on, Mike?" "Oh, if I don't eat the broccoli, she doesn't give me the ice cream." And you think that would be enough? He goes to sit down. She says, "No, it's a beautiful night. We live in the country. Walk." She made him walk after dinner every night. Walk. And I got fascinated with my father-in-law's walks. I would watch him go back and forth. Tammy comes over one night. "What's with you and my dad?" "That's my future if he ever leaves. I'm keeping an eye, make sure everything's safe. I don't want some wolf coming out and tearing a leg off of me." So one night I'm watching, and he face plants. He just trips, and he's bleeding. And by the way, if you and your wife have to take a bleeding senior to the emergency room, you and your wife get your story straight before you get to the emergency room. You want to be ad-libbing, talking on the fly here. It got ugly fast. Tammy looked in the doctor's eyes and lied to him. "Oh, my father likes to walk after dinner every night." I blurred out, "No, he doesn't." Yeah, that and a spinal tap would make his day. Are you kidding me? He hates walking. They immediately separated us and put us in 2 different rooms. I'm getting grilled. I finally realized, you thought I punched him? I love that old man. He saved my life. 4 months he lived with us. And then one day I'm walking by his room. He's packing a suitcase. I go, "Where you going, Pop?" "I'm out of here. I don't want to get married again." "You can't leave. She's going to look for me as a project." So anyway, he left. Oh, one night we're watching TV. Out of nowhere, she pauses the TV. Now, I've learned when my wife pauses the TV, I just say, "What?" because I know she's been thinking. She pauses. She says, "There's mouse poop in the shed." I said, "Well, that's probably because there's mice in the shed." She says, "You know that?" I go, "Well, it's not like I walk out in the shed. They come out and go, 'Hey, Jeff, good to see you.' I'm just thinking like a mouse, you know, on a cold, rainy day. Shed's not a bad place to seek some shelter. And if they got to drop a deuce, they're not going to go outside to do it." She says, "I'm never going in the shed again." I go, "Why not?" She goes, "It's mice." I go, "Tammy, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to go in the shed, they're going to come out and beat up your big toe?" She said, I want a cat. I said, I don't want a cat. No. Anyway, we get in an argument over the cat. No, I don't want another animal in the house. Anyway, a week later, she comes upstairs and she says, there's mouse poop in the basement. I want a cat. I said, fine. Okay, fine. I'm done. She broke me, sir. She broke me. I said, get a cat. So you know what she did? Went out and bought a cat. Bought a cat. There are no more free cats in North America? Is that another supply chain issue I keep reading about? Bars full of cats off of Long Beach Harbor can't get to shore because of government regulation on cats. Free the cats, Buttigieg! And then she says, you know, if I'd known you were going to turn out to be the man you turned out to be, I would have had a lot more children with you. I know a lot of you are like me. You're looking for the compliment in there somewhere. There is dating romance and there is marital romance. And the two are about as related as walking through a field and walking through a field full of Claymore mines. I mean, they are not even closely related.